on Save the World. I am to get easy peasy free survivor XP. It is a grind though, so when I put grind in the title, it is because it like seriously is a grind. One of the things that I've done to kind of cut down on the amount of time I spend not gaming and getting the grind on is I wait until I'm in the lobby, depending on what lobby. If it's evacuate the shelter, no, I jump right in. You want to get to that shelter. You want to make sure that you're rescuing the shelter rather than spending a couple minutes doodling with your survivors. But otherwise, while you've got that 2-minute break, you can certainly go in there and just do the grind 2 minutes at a time, easy peasy. So let me show you how it's done. Now, as you can see here, I've got 5,923. I've got some guys that I can grind up and turn into XP real easy, right? But I don't want to do that. I want the free easy stuff because I have a survivor that I would like to upgrade without sacrificing a bunch of the other survivors I'm saving for the one day I might get a mythic lead that actually fits the type that I have that I'm saving. So it's this guy. He's level 1. I really want to get him up. I only have about 6,000 XP. So this is what I do. Everyone should have a transform key if you've unlocked it in your beginning story mode. So you know, if you're just playing Save the World, you're just starting out, you're not gonna see that. Otherwise, you should have a transform key. So you'll see I'm a founder, so I've got the purple, but it should work with the blue as well. So let's go to the blue, which I believe everyone has. It's the permanent transform key. So you're going to go here. Now, I only have, if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see that I have 222 survivors. And if I create epic survivors all the time, it costs 50 people. I've run out of people. So if you've been wondering what to do with those people you keep getting, you rescue survivors. If you were like me earlier, every time you got survivors, it would say max limit. You can't get any more. All those survivors had to go find some other home because you had no more room. Well, this is what you can do with those people. I pretty much get it down to 0, and then I start accumulating them again, and you can rescue people. Doing survivor missions will give you people, and they are for the grind. So what I do is I go to my survivors, and if you combine 2 survivors that are common, it only costs 1 person. You'll get 400 survivor XP. And if you think about it, if you do this 100 times, that is 40,000 survivor XP. And it only costs 100 people. But wait, you're saying, I don't have 100 common guys that I can transform. Well, you probably have 100 of something you can't transform. And not only that, but every time you do this, you get another guy. All right. So I'm going to go to this key because it's easier and faster for me. But you should have the blue key. So, you know, you just get into a mode where you quickly and easily, you push square, you push X, X, do it again. You just keep doing it. And every time you do it, you get another one to grind up into the XP mill. All right. That guy looks kind of doofy, don't you think? Now, I try and stay away from doing it with my other survivors, anything above green, because those guys will give you training manuals, which, you know, you need to upgrade other heroes. So you will want to try and avoid doing it. I actually did transform on accident an epic survivor because I wasn't thinking. I wanted to get another epic type, and the survivor that I transformed actually was evolved and had, you know, raindrops and lightning bolt, the lightning in a bottle, and all that good stuff that you don't get when you use the transform key. So be careful on what you're transforming. Another method that I do once I run out of commons is I transform one green guy. One green guy also only costs one person. And you get another gray. So, you know, if you do this in between missions, you know, when you've got that 2 minutes, you can start to rack up some XP. Now, another thing you can look for is your weapons. You used to just mass recycle these before, right? It only costs one weapon here. One comm, you don't need two. Boom. You get a survivor. You get another 400 XP when you... Well, you get 200 for this one guy, and you get 200 for the other. But you get 200 survivor XP for him, and then you also get the 200 schematic XP for transferring that. I did not mean to do that. And then the same goes with... that was melee. So let's go to... Look at all this crap that I've gotten from my llamas. Alright. I could just do this all day long. And then, once I've gone through all of my weapons and all of my other stuff... Oh, I didn't select it. I can go back to the people and start mashing them together. And, like I said, it's time consuming. It is a grind. But it's a lot easier to just recycle all of your stuff. I have 134 mini llamas that I know when I open, I'm going to get a bunch of crap stuff that I'm going to be able to turn around and turn into survivor XP. So it's best to, I mean, I feel like it's best to just wait until you have a whole bunch, and then you can kind of just grind it out, you know. So let's at least get through. See, I've got a whole bunch more comments now. Let's at least get through the grays, because otherwise this is going to be a long, boring tutorial, and we don't want that. What I did though when I moved my guy is I turned him from, my power level was 95 and it dropped a whole power level by just removing him. So we don't want that. So every 2 I get another one. So this is going to take me another minute. Just another minute to finish. And then we'll see the fruits of our labor. We'll go in and... Remember, I had about 6,000 before I started. And at this point, I have you... Come on! You can do it. So, I know I used to just batch recycle all room for them. Once you hit 1,000, you don't get any more. So now you finally have something to do with all the crappy weapons, crappy traps. Oh, I don't even think I went to traps. There are a couple that, because you get so much XP from it. See, it automatically went green, I believe. Nope, it went gray. I don't remember what it was that I transformed. Oh, I think it was a green trap. It automatically went green. So now, you know, I will get the 400 survivor XP for transforming this guy. And then I'll get another 400 for combining the two. Now the thing with the green survivors is they do cost 5 people, so that's why I started staying away from just doing the epics, because epics cost, I'll show you, hold on here, let me find something I can just grind up real quick. So as you can see in the lower right hand corner, it says it requires 50 people. Oh, and this is one of my good epics. I was like, what? It was about to give me 57,000. I think that's what I saw, 57,000 XP. Which is no good. I have some comments. This is the tutorial. Here, watch it. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you here. Noah plays. Here, you take your 2 grays. Now, if you don't know how I got here, because you just joined, I'll go back and I'll show you. You should have a transform key. And when you get to your transform key, you should have one that's forever. You can do this as many times as you want. And, oh, I went to consumable. You should have this one. Because I'm a founder, I have the purples. I'm not sure everyone has that, so be sure to check. If you have purples, cool. I use that one because it's closer to the beginning of my cursor. But go over here. Go to your... I mean, you could grind up whatever you want, really. You can grind up these guys. It's gonna cost 25 people to grind this guy up, and I'm gonna get a blue guy. Not really what I want to do, but heck, I'll just do it anyway. Yeah, so there go 25 people. The most cost-effective way to get the Survivor XP is to do it 1 person at a time, and that is why it is a grind. 1 person at a time. And once you start doing it for a little bit, you kind of get in a groove. Your fingers kind of just go exactly where they need to go. You stop thinking about it. And like I said, you know, doing this in between missions when you've got that 2-minute countdown, if your heroes are already all organized, you can go ahead and easily knock a few of these out between every mission. Alright. So, and every time I combine two gray guys, I get another gray guy. Alright, we're just about done. We have 1 more set of grays. And here we go. Now I did transform 1 guy into blue, which I didn't convert. I started with 6,000 Survivor XP. How much XP do I have now? Exactly right. It does give you more than just retiring them. It gives you a lot. So let's go to my squad. I just got 10,000 Survivor XP without doing any missions, without doing any real work. And if you do this in between your missions, that 2-minute countdown, you can knock a few out here and there, and slowly but surely you will start to see your Survivor XP go up. And you can just mass recycle all of your stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're not going to turn that recycled goods into not only schematic XP or hero XP or whatever it is you're recycling. You will be turning it into that stuff. You'll still get all of your XP, but you'll also be getting Survivor XP by doing it this way. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to continue grinding on. I will do this in between missions because doing it for like 20 minutes at a time is really just snorefest. But hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching. Later!